My name is Hanifah, and I'm going to be talking to you guys about the Muslim consumers in America and how we can be a part of the solution and not continue to contribute to the problem. So in 10th grade, I took my first finance class, and I did it because a friend of mine did and because her friend did and so on and so forth. It was kind of just like hopping onto the bandwagon. But I actually found that I was pretty interested in it. And even as my friends started like kind of dropping out of the class because it was really boring, I stayed and I learned a lot. And I continued to pursue it until college, and I graduated with economics. The reality is that this topic is pretty boring, so I wanted to come up with a presentation that would really resonate with you all. And then so I searched deep within, and I found that cartoons were kind of the best. No, come on. Okay, there. Cartoons are the best way to kind of keep people interested in the midst of a boring order or a topic that kind of doesn't really appeal to you. Okay, so today most the consumers in America are at the wrong end of each of the transactions, and Muslim consumers are kind of hit even harder because our values are just completely being ignored. We see this with big banks and policymakers who aren't even offering any Sharia-compliant financing or loans. So it's hard for us to, I guess, change. So the problem does lie within like their own system, but it also lies within us because most of us are pretty apathetic. And so I know this, like, for a lot of my friends, we're trying to go to grad school now, or just regular undergrad, who are trying to finance their tuition. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and she was saying that, I mean, she's looking for scholarships, and she's looking for financial aid and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, she's just going to give in and take out a student loan. And the interest rates are pretty ridiculous on this. I don't know if you guys have done your research. I mean, they go up to like 12%. So probably higher now, I don't even know. So you don't really want to end up in this situation, so why do we continue to allow for this situation to arise? So Muslims are pretty low. Like I think it's like 8 million people, 8 million Muslims in the North America region, 7 million just in America. So we do have a large voice, and we should be, I guess, speaking out against this. Okay, so what's the solution? The solution is to do your own research and to try to do some investigating on your own. That's why I put up the Looney Tunes ones. I really wanted to use it. I mean, it didn't really apply as much, but so I know a lot of people give Sheikh Google a lot of crap because it's not an imam, but I know that a lot of the imams in this region aren't really certified in Islamic finance to even give you advice. So another part of the solution would be for you guys to talk to your imam and ask them to get certified. There are a lot of organizations that do this. These aren't any of them. But the one that you could jot down, I forgot to put their logo on, is Ethica Institute of Islamic Finance, and I think they're based in Virginia. They have like a program just for imams, and I think they give them a discount too, so it's pretty neat. Okay, so the options that I wanted to pinpoint out here are Palm and Valley Ranch Masjid. Palm National Partners, they actually focus on small businesses who are trying to take out loans, or people who are just like starting up. What they do, they have a pretty neat model. They buy the asset, whatever it is that you're trying to purchase, they buy that for you, and then they sell it back to you, like they rent it to you, basically. So you make payments to them until you pay off the loan in full. And so that way, you completely avoid interest, and you get whatever you need, you know? The next one is Islamic Center of Irving at Valley Ranch. They have a pretty neat model, too. This is more with home financing. So they had a masjid, their masjid at Valley Ranch. They had like a plot of land around it. So a bunch of investors pooled their money together to buy that plot of land and pay developers to develop like a whatever housing unit there. It's not done yet. I think it's still in the works. But Sheikh Yasser Birjas, I don't know if you guys know him, he's running that. What's next? Okay, so I'm going to do some shameless advertising for myself here. So Islamic Finance Conference is another way, a great way for you guys to educate yourselves. I mean, there's going to be another one in October, inshallah. This kind of conference is actually pretty good because it's in your hometown, and also it addresses a bunch of different issues. So like not only home financing, but also investing and other things. What else? Okay, so the next thing I'm doing is Fair Funds Project. It's a project that I'm working on right now, on my own right now, but I'm hoping to attract more people here. If you guys could go or jot down this link here, it's a survey for you to fill out on what your current financial situation is, and not like too detailed, obviously, just like your income per capita, and whether or not you would need a loan, or you need some sort of financing, like if you've had education, or if you're going for grad school, or if you want to buy a house. The goal of the Fair Funds project is a community development plan that offers options to various individuals. So you have what it does, it creates a structure within a community, and then the investors in that community, sorry, I'm a little nervous right now. Okay, it creates a structure in a community, and a bunch of the affluential members of that community would get together and become the investors. So they would invest back into their community. Then people who are in need of loans or something, they would come to the investors with their business proposals, or just their proposals on whether or not they want to achieve school or something like that. And the investors would kind of meet together and decide whether or not they wanted to fund that borrower. So it's a pretty neat project, and there's way more to it, but I don't know if I'm out of time, but I just don't know what else to say. So thank you. And yeah, let's bank the Muslim way. Thank you very much. Bye.